everyone, and welcome to the results of the potato challenge. Like I tell you guys for every result, that these are just my results and other people's results probably will be very different. I do have some confounding factors that would cause me to not lose weight quite as easily as someone else might. You guys know I don't sleep well. My cortisol level is really elevated, which is not healthy for you, and I know that, but it also causes you to hold on to all of your weight very effectively. My thyroid doesn't work really well, and probably I'm hoping that it's still functioning, or maybe functioning better than it has in the past, but I'll find out in a few weeks when I go back to the doctor again for my yearly physical. And just birth control. I'm not interested in having any more babies, and I'm not interested in having my cycle, so therefore I take birth control around the clock, 24/7, never have a cycle, and life is wonderful. However, those three things do really cause it to be more difficult for me to lose weight. But if with those things working against me, I could still lose 4 pounds in a month eating potatoes, I know anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So let's talk about this. So quantity of food. In terms of quantity of food, I gave this 5 stars because I was never hungry, or if I was hungry, it's because I didn't bring enough food with me, not because I couldn't eat more than what I wanted to. So if I wanted to eat, a potato and a whole bunch of vegetables and then go and have a salad, and then, the quantity wise, I could eat whatever I wanted to. It was actually fabulous. It was great. So quantity was super easy. There was never a time when I was like wishing that I could have more to eat, but the diet was restricting me to how much that I could have. So that was kind of nice. I really actually enjoyed that. That was good. Quality of the diet. So in terms of quality, I actually gave this 5 stars because I really liked this diet. To be honest with you, I thought I was going to hate this. I really did think I was going to hate this. I don't like potatoes all that much. And I found there were different ways to make potatoes that I'd never even thought of before. And I found I really don't hate potatoes. I might not like russet potatoes all that much, but there's a whole lot of other potatoes out there, and I really don't hate them. So new ways of cooking. So the whole cooking hash browns in the oven thing. Super, super easy, super straightforward, and then it makes this awesome roll-up that you get to put all these stuffed vegetables in and then eat it. It's super fun. I really enjoyed that. So I never knew that before. I also found the Japanese sweet potatoes, which was awesome. Those are definitely going to stay in our diet. The purple sweet potatoes, also going to stay in our diet. Those are way better than any normal sweet potato, and I've only ever had normal sweet potatoes because I hadn't thought to branch out any further because I don't like potatoes. I don't like potatoes. Duh. Gotta look at all of this, but we're actually going to be, my husband is, as we speak, has put a Japanese sweet potato and a purple sweet potato in a glass jar, and gonna grow little slips off the top, and gonna plant those and try and make some buckets of potatoes for this fall. So that'll be kind of cool. That's nice. There were also new recipes that I came up with that I found online, I should say. I didn't come up with anything, but for example, the vegan pickle chowder. It was vegan potato and pickle chowder, I think is what it was called. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. My kids really enjoyed that. That was a great recipe. So in terms of the quality of this particular diet, you could do this pretty easily and have different recipes all the time. The newest one that I made, that zucchini skillet from Dr. Furman's website, was phenomenal. My kids loved it. My tech loved it. I loved it. My husband loved it. It was great. Everybody enjoyed it, and it was not difficult to make, just a little bit of labor intensiveness in terms of chopping up some vegetables, which is totally cool with me. I'm very fine with that. So quality of this particular challenge, definitely 5 stars. Alrighty guys, so effectiveness. How well did this diet actually work for me? So I gave this 3 stars because I lost approximately 1 pound per week that I was on the diet. I actually lost just a little over 4 pounds. And if you guys have not seen my other results videos, so if I don't lose any weight at all, I'll give it 1 star because that's totally sustainable. If you can have a diet that you really enjoy and you're already at a good weight and you're not gaining any weight, that's perfectly reasonable. So that gets a star. And then for every half a pound after that, up to 2 pounds, gets an additional star. So 3 stars for a pound a week. For me, that's really good. I know that they say that if you're doing doing really well, you can lose like 2 pounds a week or something like that. I've got enough confounding factors that I'm just not even remotely thinking that's an option. Besides the fact that even though I go from one plan to another to try to let you guys know, hey, this is a really good one. Hey, this one's maybe not so awesome. Yeah, I actually have a really healthy diet. Like, I eat vegetables. I don't eat oils. Rarely. I don't often eat oils. I do sometimes, on occasion, have something that has oil in it. But frequently, I don't really frequently have oils in my diet. So in terms of effectiveness, I would say that this is definitely a lifestyle that somebody could try long term if they had a significant amount of weight to lose and they were coming from maybe a less clean diet, and just totally think that they're going to lose weight and actually believe that and go with it. I really and truly think that the effectiveness of this, absolutely, you can lose weight on eating potatoes, guys. Go figure. You can eat a potato and you can lose weight. For real. So, ease of the diet. Was this diet easy for me to do or not? Was it something that would be difficult for the normal average person to do? I gave it a 4 because I honestly believe that this is very easy. Oh, honestly, this is really easy. You can do this. So one of the things that I found was super convenient was that at the beginning of any week, or at some point in time in the week, at some point in time during your week, I would batch cook maybe 6, 7, 8 potatoes. So if you like russet potatoes, you could definitely do those. But for me, I would batch cook potatoes like the Japanese sweet potato or the purple sweet potato or just a regular sweet potato. You could make a really big batch of other things like soups, and then you could have 3 or 4 meals out of, maybe even more than that, 4 or 5 meals out of the same soup. You could do a lot of things that would make it so that you did not have to cook but maybe once every 2 to 3 days, maybe 3 days even. And it's not that hard. So the things that I would do that I really enjoyed were making the potatoes ahead of time, so that was very convenient. Then having a soup ready, that was super convenient. And then just having vegetables that are already available in the refrigerator, so you can just pull out some kale and some enoki mushrooms and some onions and just toss them in a pot with a little bit of bouillon, and you have a topping for your potato. Or have lots of frozen vegetables on hand and you just toss them at some mashed potatoes. It's super easy. It is not hard at all. So really and truly, if you are able to do batch cooking, would be easy. If it is just not in your lifestyle to take 3 hours or 2 hours and do a large amount of cooking at one time, that's just never going to happen for you. This might be a little bit of a challenge, unless you're okay with just eating mashed potatoes or just eating more plain style of eating, which is totally fine too. So if you're fine with that, then that would be great. But I did give it 4 stars because if you are willing to do the batch cooking, I think it would be very easy. If you're not interested in batch cooking, this might be a little bit of a challenge. And again, eating out with any of these lifestyles is very difficult. I just don't. It's just easier not. It's so much easier for me to just make my food. But somebody who's coming from a normal diet where they eat out at least a couple times a week, I know some people that eat out every day, that would be difficult. I totally think that would be hard to come from that to this. Okay, so sustainability. How sustainable is this diet? How is this capable? Is this something that somebody is capable of doing long term? So I gave this again a 4. For 2 reasons. One, it didn't get 5 stars because really, really and truly, I did miss eating beans, lentils, and rice. So those things are things that I really enjoy. I really enjoy rice. We do cook it so that it has a little bit less arsenic in it. If you guys want to take a look at that, you can go back to my rice challenge and look at how you would boil rice like pasta rather than like cooking it like regular rice to get rid of some of the arsenic issues. But I do like beans of all kinds, and I really enjoy lentils. And so not being able to incorporate those into my diet at all because the primary amount of my calories needed to come from a potato was challenging. There were things that I missed, definitely. Like I missed eating sushi, and I missed having just plain rice and lentils and vegetables with maybe a tiny little bit of teriyaki sauce on it, or there were other things. There were other things that I missed, so I couldn't give it 5 stars. But sustainability-wise, if you were looking to lose a significant amount of weight, this is absolutely sustainable. For real. You could do this long term and go back to eating a more varied diet in the future. But if you were looking for something where you could really and truly buckle down and say, I'm going to eat potatoes, I'm going to eat vegetables, I'll have some fruit here and there, and I'm going to try different sauces on them to make them taste good, try and cook them in different ways. You could totally do this. This is sustainable. This could be long-term. I see now how someone like, who was it, Andrew Spudfit Taylor, how he actually did this for like a year, although I think he was even more strict than I was in terms of he ate like lots of potatoes. Pretty much only potatoes. I don't know that I could do that. I would miss my green vegetables. I mean, you know, when you're interested in cooking Brussels sprouts to eat, that you want some greens. All right, so overall, this diet actually got 21 out of 25 stars, which it comes out to be 4.25 on the average, which is like an 85%. That's really good. So you could eat as much as you wanted. You could really and truly, you could find recipes that would suit you. So, and you could always add, there's nothing that says you can't add sauces. So you could add your sriracha if you wanted to. You could add some sweetener if you wanted to. So you could make this quality-wise however you wanted to. Effectiveness, like I said, I actually lost weight, and I have some factors going against me that make it very difficult. So if I can lose weight, you can lose weight. It really isn't that hard. You put some food together every few days and you eat it for a few days, and then you make something totally different that's totally new and original and you really enjoy, and you eat that for a few days. It's really not that tough. Sustainable. Could you do this long term? Yes, you really could. Honestly, you could do this long term. If I hate potatoes, or I thought I did, but if I really don't like potatoes and I can do this for a full month and not have a problem with it at all, like I could keep going. This would not be that hard for me. I might take like a few days off here or there, like every maybe 2 weeks I would take a day off to have a large meal that has rice in it or a large meal that has beans in it or something like that. But otherwise, this was not difficult. This really was not difficult. So overall, I definitely think that this diet it's doable. You get to eat enough. It's enjoyable. The amount of recipes that are available online for you to go and look at are tremendous. So yeah, this is definitely doable, guys. I would highly recommend that anyone that is looking to either improve the health of what they're eating, or to improve their diet in terms of their weight, and maybe get some of the oils out of your diet, that type of thing. This would definitely be one that I would suggest that you try. The potato challenge and the rice challenge are by far my two favorite challenges thus far. Although I have to say the color diet was pretty fun. That was neat. But in terms of an actual 30-day challenge, I would say the rice diet was my favorite. Soup, salads, and smoothies was probably my second favorite, just because I love smoothies. But if you were to take that part out of it, the potatoes would probably come in second, with maybe even matching that. So, guys, give it a try. Let me know what you think. Tell me how it works, what works best for you. Maybe leave some ideas behind for somebody else that wants to try this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this last 30 days with me, and we will see you in the next challenge.